Hi everyone, and welcome back to Simming with Abby. Today is part 1 of the Let's Build a Wood Cabin series. I was trying to decide what kind of series I wanted to do next, and I thought a wood cabin would be pretty cool. But it's not your typical wood cabin. It is a wood cabin on the hills, and it has an amazing view of the entire town. So this is going to be the wood cabin that everyone in the town wants to purchase. So I am going to make it pretty expensive to live in. So the look that I'm going for, I want it to look like a wood cabin. I did originally want to have like the entire house made of like regular wood, and I thought I downloaded a bunch of wood, but I couldn't find it when I actually got down to doing it. So I did have to go with a wood pattern on the wall. And also to make it look very, to make it look very different, I decided to just add in some rocks and stuff like that around the exterior just to make it look a little bit cooler than your typical wood cabin. So here is where I'm looking for the wood, and the closest thing I could find was these old barrels, and I thought let's try and fill up the entire house with barrels, and then I came to my senses and realized that's a stupid idea. It would take me forever. So I go with this pattern, and now I'm just adding in the rocks and stuff. I know that realistically those wood panels that's holding up this house would not be able to hold these tons of rocks. So I think I'm going to change the panels to maybe look like it's a stone panel. So it doesn't look like super unrealistic. I might just do that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I might do that later. So in part 2 you might see me change that. There I just tried to add in a fireplace, and I realized that you cannot change the exterior of the fireplace hood, so I just got rid of the hood and I kept the interior part. And what I did was I created a double wall, and the reason I did this was because the rocks obviously go through the wall, and I don't want the rocks coming through the wall on the inside of the house. So I created that double wall so that no one would know that those rocks are there. So I'm just adding in some panels right now, and the only reason I'm adding in these panels is because I want to create a 3-story house with the 3rd floor leaning over the patio area. So that second floor that is leaning over the patio area right now is not actually going to stay there. I do decide to eventually change it up, so you'll see that. So here I am making the 3rd floor, and I want it to be the exact same design as the 2nd floor. And there you go, I removed it. Then I added in some more panels just so that I could make sure it stays up, but I do get rid of them eventually because it just takes up too much space and it doesn't look very sightly, I don't know. Now I was trying to decide how I want the roof to look. I think I like that style roof, but I'm going to change the pattern of the roof, and I like this dark brown color. I think that looks cool. So I added in some trees so it looks like it really is like a wood cabin in the woods, and yeah, I just wanted to look like the trees are coming up to the house but not blocking any of the gorgeous view that this house has. So I decided to make a watch area so that whoever's living in this house can walk out on the 3rd floor patio and just have a look outside and see what's going on. But later on I do realize that it was a stupid idea to put it on this side of the house because this isn't the amazing view. So I do add in another watch area on the opposite side of the house, which you will see later. So I'm adding in some windows to brighten up this house because it's obviously, with it being in the woods, there's lots of trees and lots of things blocking your shade, and although it is pretty high, we do want to have those windows to bring in as much light as possible. So we're just going to have a quick view right now to see what it looks like on the hill. This is so far pretty cool. What do you think? Okay, so back into the house. We're adding in some windows to the 3rd floor. I was trying to find a front door that looked pretty cool and was made out of complete wood, and I found this door, and I just made it a dark wood to match the rest of the dark wood that we've got going on around this house. So I'm just adjusting the windows, and obviously those 2 windows at the front are the only windows on the base floor, on the bottom floor, so I did need to make sure those were big windows so that it could get as much light as possible, since there's no way to have any other windows anywhere else. So now I'm just playing around with the design. I wasn't quite sure exactly how I wanted the design to be. I kind of went with whatever I went with as I went along. I chose to have light wood on the base floor just to brighten up the room, as it is, as I said, there's hardly any light coming in, so light floors will help brighten up the room. For now, we're going with just a basic flat wall because I have no idea how I'm going to decorate yet, so flat wall always works well for me. And it's just better to look at than looking at these grey walls. I just don't like grey walls. So I'm adding in a bunch of rooms. So on the 3rd floor, I think I'm going to have like a play area, I don't know, like an office area, and then like an area which would be like a studio where they can paint and look over the balcony and stuff like that. And the 2nd floor is going to be the bedroom and a bathroom. So it's going to be a single bedroom and bathroom house. So it's going to be just for a single family, maybe a couple, an escape wood house for a couple maybe, I'm not sure. Who knows? As I go along, I may add in some more bedrooms. So there's the area, the watch area that I made at the front. So that would be a really pretty view for you to come out and just have a look and see what's going on in the town. It's just an amazing view. I'm so happy that I decided to do this because I think that if I was to have a house anywhere in the woods, I would want it to be on a high hill so I could just look out and see what's going on. So now I'm just changing up the exterior of the house again because there was a little bit of glitching going on with the roof. There was holes in the roof, and that sucks. When you have a house and it starts raining and you've got holes in the roof, the last thing you want is some rain coming into your wood cabin. So I had to just change up the design a little bit so that the roof would fit. I didn't like how this watch area had no roof over it. So now I'm just typing in that cheat, the constrained floor elevation cheat, to try and get a platform to put on top so I could put a roof on top because I didn't like how there was nothing there. Plus, I think it gives the house a little bit more dimension as well. So here I had trouble trying to get the roof to be how I wanted it to be. I wanted one straight roof going across, and eventually I do get it. So now we're adding in some more shrubbery and trees. I think this house will definitely have lots of plants. I'm not quite sure who's going to live here, but whoever it is, I'm going to give them a garden somewhere, maybe along the side by the steps. I'm not quite sure yet, but maybe I'll do another lot like right next door that they can own, and it can be like a lot for their garden and their garden only, or they, I don't know, plant all the different things that they want to plant. But whoever's going to live here, oh, here's another view real quick. The house is coming along just nicely. So yeah, whoever's going to live here is going to have lots of plants around the front of the house and probably around the back, and then have a like planting area probably next door. So I'm just making it look a little bit more realistic by adding some dirt. I can't see a wood cabin just being all green and no dirt. So we're adding lots of dirt along the steps. I'm just softening the terrain because it had a huge dip there and a big huge cone there, so I added in some more steps because I'm not sure my sim would actually be able to walk up that properly without going through some issues. So I created this little porch area. I think that looks quite nice, and it's just somewhere they can sit out and just relax. And I put some shrubbery and some green leaves around it because I didn't like the way that thing was just sticking out. I don't know, I just think it's very cozy. Adding in those lights and some spotlights in front of the house. So now I thought we could have a picnic area in front of the house, maybe have a barbecue and have a picnic table. I do go with this barbecue. I think that it will match really well with the house, and I chose to put the picnic table out on the grass. I think that's a much better place to put it than in front of the house on the patio. So we're just moving it on in there. And there we have it. We have that barbecue pushed right on in. And then I just had a quick look around the house again and noticed there are some holes and some glitches again. So I had to redo the roof. And now I'm adding in some more flowers. I really like these pink flowers. I think I should have just used those pink flowers all over instead of using all those other random ones, because I like the pink one better. But so guys, that is the exterior of my wood cabin. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me build this house. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2, where we are going to decorate one of the rooms. I'm not quite sure which room we're going to start with. Maybe we'll just start from the bottom and work our way up. I don't know. Or maybe we could go from top down like we did with the other house. It's up to you guys, whichever way you want to see it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you do enjoy watching my builds and enjoy my channel and enjoyed this video. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. So I thank you all for watching Simming with Abby, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!